Hi, I'm science fiction writer Glenn Lazar Roberts. As a former editor and having recently published my 11th science fiction novel, I thought I would share some of what I've learned. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe because I have lots more of these videos on the way. And be sure to visit my Substack at glennlr.substack.com because each week I post a new Substack article not only on how to write, but also on other topics. For years, I ran a critique group. In my critique group, I saw many of what I call beginner's issues. I present more of these today. Every story needs a hook, and it needs to be in the first paragraph, and preferably in the very first sentence. Simply put, the hook is that thing which decides whether a reader wants to keep reading or will close the cover and walk away. It should involve character, situation, or conflict, or all three. Be brief. Beginning writers typically err by launching in their very first paragraph into lengthy, uninspired description, or bland conversation, or gee whiz gadget reaction that came from nowhere and goes nowhere. Instead, there should be a hook that grabs the reader by the throat at the very beginning and won't let go. The reader must want to keep reading so he can sleep peacefully that night. Sci-fi is all about a what if. This is a hypothetical event that cannot be found in ordinary daily life. Like, for example, a coin that lands on its side in a 1 in a quadrillion chance. Or a species of intelligent elephants, like the novel Footfall by Larry Niven and Jerry Purnell. Or a meteor that turns out to be not a meteor at all. Good sci-fi stories should present this puzzle in the first paragraph, or soon after the main character is drawn. If there is no what if, then it may be fiction, but it is not science fiction. Mainstream fiction is about deep characterization. Science fiction is about the puzzle that follows from a what if regarding science and the natural world. The what if can extend to society, like what if human reproduction became a crime? Or what if suddenly nobody could smile? Beginning writers often make a big mistake in their first paragraph by thinking that gee whiz gadgetry is a science fiction what if. They're not the same thing. A good sci-fi story needs a genuine what if, not fancy gadgets. Here are the opening lines to my novel Quantum Marlowe, a sci-fi novel about a pint-sized, smart-aleck detective who gets caught up in parallel universes. Listen as I read the first paragraph, followed by my analysis. Dinero or die. The words splashed in my brain like drops of tequila on the floor of a Tijuana bar. The smirk on the face of the jailhouse guard as he imagined 50 grand wired from my ex in Idaho as ransom might still be glued in place. I didn't know and didn't give a damn. I stepped to the wall, and the molecules that formed the gypsum and paint on the building that was the pride of Ciudad Juarez again became impenetrable. Outside, I reattached my finger and turned and snorted. Pinky. I smiled at the nickname. Pinky this, Morenista. I told you last night no jail could hold me. Here's the analysis. The first sentence, dinero or die, obeys the 3-second rule. The opening sentence should be short and provocative. The sci-fi what if, or hook, is that the speaker can walk through walls due to something unique about his finger. The style is terse. No extraneous language or adverbs or adjectives to distract the reader. The opening uses clear images, a finger with a strange modification, a jailhouse, drops of tequila, paint on a wall, and 50 grand. Everyone can picture these instantly. The opening introduces the main character immediately. No beating around the bush. The character is original, eccentric. He clearly frequents bars. The jailer tried to extort ransom from him over his ex in Idaho, whom he still cares about, or else why would he know where she still lives? There is already emotional investment in the character. All this is apparent from this one brief paragraph. Drama and conflict are already apparent. The speaker is escaping from an exotic locale, the jailhouse of the most dangerous city in Mexico, Ciudad Juarez, and he has a major beef with its jailer, whom he mocks. There is an element of comedy because he is called Pinky after his artificial pinky finger. Comic relief. There is no narration. The opening doesn't tell, but shows. The opening carefully avoids making all sentences the same length. Authenticity. I personally visited Ciudad Juarez, one of the most dangerous cities in the world. I was inside the mayor's office, and I saw the outside of the jail, not the inside, luckily. So my story description in Quantum Marlowe is completely accurate. Authenticity helps fiction, just as a little comic relief can help. That's all for today. Please like, share, and subscribe because I have lots more videos like this coming. These suggestions are not only relevant to writing science fiction, but to writing fiction in general. I hope to see you soon.